Welcome back. I have no idea why the computer shut down on us. It's fully charged, so I'm not really sure. There was a part one. I did bring some energy into the reading when it shut down. I'm hearing Calypso. I believe that's also a song. It's also a drink. It's also could be many things. I do want to throw some numbers on this. I do. What cards do I just... Oh, I wanted a couple. I'm not going to use these. Well, maybe. Butterfly in the sky, red dresses, it's in a book. Take a look, reading rainbow. Okay. Let's see. As of right now, these cards are from part one. Okay, the energy was extremely strong. I had to get off yesterday. It had to do with a lot of karma, and a lot of good moves too. But I knew that the energy was going to shift as soon as I shifted things on my table too. For some reason, I typically wouldn't go with this type of tie-dye either, but I did. Good morning. But I mean, even my room, I kind of redid what I could redo. Got some more stuff in the storage. It feels like I have more space, which is really nice. So this is going to be more of a, I'm hearing refreshment. This is going to be more of a refreshing read. I just heard very straight to the point, very raw. You shouldn't, that's just pulling me to somebody. So be careful with tarot readers. I used to call my love readings raw love because it was just raw and unconditional, and raw meant a lot more things to me than maybe the average maybe the average Dominic. Domino. It's got pulled a domino with the 6, but I also just realized you have 5 6s here too. 2 4s, 2 3s. Actually, 3 3s, 2 4s, 3 4 5 6. Anywho, dominating or Dominic. Maybe dominatrix. I try to get out of that vibe, but this is, careful for your readers, because I say anywho, I say a lot of things, and then that particular reader asked, like, can I use that? And I was like, yeah, and even the word raw, I wasn't at the time. I was just like, yeah, go ahead. And now, but like when she says it or writes it, it's like you're delivering honest messages anyway. Like there's no reason to even put that out there, if that makes sense. So please be wary of readers. Good morning, Amy. So when we went to go clarify the Fool, 9 of Cups reversed, 7 of Wands reversed, the Sun, 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands reversed, the World upright, and the 6 of Swords upright. To me, there could be some type of, I'm hearing clearance. What's going on here? Special clearance. I don't know if it's spiritual clearance. But you can't, this week, you can't avoid these cards, these transits. I mean, you have 6 major arcana, 7, 8 on the board, but we already have the World up here, and the Sun could be representing a Leo, but it feels Well, let me see what this sun is representing. Because here, it's not being happy in your everyday life. You could be realizing and not standing in your morals or not standing up for yourself when you need to. You could just be exhausted. There could be crying. But this is definitely not death of an ego type thing. There's just like no victory here in the world. Like, it's over. It's time to move on with the Six of Swords, with the Fool, and that's good. You have the Fool, so you have an opportunity to maybe in the fall you do have an opportunity to, I don't know if someone made a foolish mistake here. Every time I want to say like what I'm thinking is I get cut off. The bureau, not like bureau, like the federal bureau. Oh, here we go. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Something could have went. You could have been dealing with a Leo. So, this is just like clarity or not getting your clarity, or you were dealing with somebody's Leo. You were dealing with somebody's ego. You were dealing with, shit like that. Can you tell me about the Six of Swords, please? I don't know if you bounced out and ended something because see regret. Somebody has a lot of regret. Maybe they didn't surrender to a certain situation. Maybe the way somebody could have dragged you along. Somebody could have just played games. But now you have the Fool. Do I think this energy is going to come in during the full moon? Yeah. If it hasn't already, there's so much energy to work with that typically my readings will all, I'm hearing collide, but correlate. That's not what I was looking for either. But I just feel because there's so much energy that I'm going to have to clarify these separately. So just know that there's sunshine after there's rain, after sunshine there's gold at the end of the rain. What? Okay, I don't like the way these are even lining up. I hate when my OCD kicks in like this. Let's get some numbers. So you have ones and you have sixes. So ones, leadership, it does talk about that, especially with the Fool being bold, creative, but courageous, that type of energy, pioneering. I don't know how far back we're going here, but something you're probably really good at. And when it comes to the frequency of 3, it's creativity, it's being sociable, it's you're happy, it's optimistic, verbal, expressive energy. But on the downside with some of these cards, I think you were dealing with a very egocentric person, possibly. I don't know, overbearing, weak. I'm getting argumentative, but not so much. But superficial energy with the sun, scatterbrained. You could feel could be whining, deceitful energy, gossip when it's used in the negative sense, because I want to read the negative and the positive for you here. So I did 1 and 3, not 1 and 6 in my head. So you could be seeing 3s. So try to stay optimistic. You could have someone superficial around you or just deceitful, gossipy, whiny. I'm not seeing all that. I'm more seeing regret. But you could have been very nurturing with the 6s. Usually talks of stable energy, devoted energy, being generous, intuition, moving for all different ways of looking at it, right? But if it's in a negative sense, somebody who can be jealous, not content in their life, especially with the Nine of Cups being reversed. Good morning, right? So just know right now that you have interesting. I want to get past this Fool. You have 3. You have Taurus. No, you don't have Taurus. You have Libra. Sorry. Got Libra right there as well. And then, oh, really? Fucking A. I thought I got rid of all these fruit flies. Uranus. Is that Uranus or is that Neptune? Where's Neptune? Okay, Pluto, Neptune, the Sun, North. All right, so yes, it's Uranus. It's the only, I mean, they don't go out like that, but it's the only circle underneath. So could have been dealing with that type of energy. It's also very creative. I got pulled right to the Magician. A gift idea. I don't know if somebody's looking for a gift. Let me see what the world is here. Where's the world right here, please? Because again, it's like a fresh start, and then it could just went wah, wah, wah. Okay. And this is arguments. This is conflict. There's no balance in whatever situation this is. This is the devil. Running around, reckless, ruthless. Something's over. It's going to end in an argument. It could be kosher for some of us, only with that 6 of Swords being there. But, tell me about the world. I feel like I've said but too many times. Here we go, starting off with seasons. Signs, it could be the numerology. You have offer, vibration. I don't know what type of vibe I'm getting from that offer. I don't know if it's like a rejection. It doesn't feel like a rejection, but that something did come out. I wanted to tell me something. Good morning, prophetic widow tarot. What's your name, baby cakes? Long time no see. Offer, Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love, addiction, codependent, restraint, possession, emotional block. So the vibration might not be so great right now. I mean, it's definitely, it feels like it is. It's kosher. This already happened. Others, this is just, it's going to happen. It's like a breaking point. But again, like jealousy, I can make the world sing. Kendrick? Something Kendrick? I can make the world sing. Either somebody is wrapping something up to have something better. this could be you dealing with certain things. People can be coming in and out of your life right now. You can be getting clarity. You can be getting lied to. It's just the transit that we're working with, especially with the retros. I don't mind the retros. I actually they help me in a very positive way see things. So it just might not be what you're looking for, but it's what comes in. I'm hearing careful what you dabble in. Because this to me, the devil being reversed here is good because I don't see it as tempting. Or somebody's restricting temptation because of conflict. So you could have somebody saying like, oh, it's over, but I can't even see the let's part. I don't even see like the 3 of Cups or friends or gatherings, 10 of Pentacles. I don't even see other stuff that would even say that. What's going on with this 5, please? 5 of Wands with the world. I can with the world. You've been bewitched. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Interesting. Because it also talks about congratulations, chapter. I mean, you have the Fool. The world is a congratulations. You got the Chariot being triumphant. Congratulations. You have the Magician here, the Fool. Like you have the 0, you have the 1, you're going. I don't know if this is just like a pit stop where something has to be removed. Could just be dealing with a fixed sign, a Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Somebody could be, you could have had someone very toxic doing some type of magic on you too that's gone, whether you're aware of it or not. Black magic, Google magic. Unconditional love, oneness, passion, affection. But that was with the love spell, but I put it over here. Yeah, see, it's you weren't, something was not being appreciated or reciprocated. You could have been, there could be a drug overdose here, and people are kind of, something could be like up in the air, like what's going on. Somebody here could have did something really fucking stupid in the midst of drinking or any type of drugs. Again, that whole paddy wagon thing was coming in, but I felt like it was for the past weekend. Tell me about this love. So you do have something unconditional coming in. Girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun, welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together. So I don't think this is you that's necessarily guarded unless somebody in particular comes into your life. Strain. This is a death card. the High Priestess. I almost said Holy God. Two of Swords reversed. Could be death of religion. I'm hearing death by fire. You could be having nightmares. Oh, molestation came in the other day too. I never finished that conversation. This could be you, like it's just over. Your higher self even knows, like, it's just not your person. It's not the one. I wouldn't say it's not the right time. If you're telling yourself it's not the right time, you're only fooling yourself. Everything happens when it's meant to happen. Someone doesn't hit you up or respond, or they do, vice versa. It's always the right time. The reason why things don't work out is, if it has to do with people, there's somebody else in the picture, or somebody doesn't have enough strength, inner strength and knowledge and confidence to not be judged, and XYZ. Because I do feel like that strong, powerful energy here too. So you wouldn't want energy like that in your life anyway, unless there was like something like apologetic, which I think kind of went down already with the Fool, but it gave you clarity in the sense of, okay, this is where we stand. Moving on. I don't think this is something where like you're not victorious. I think somebody else has regret here and let their ego get in the way, and they just don't have the confidence right now to take this win. But again, I don't want somebody looking at you as a win either, right? So kind of got to be careful here. At the end of this reading, I'm definitely going to clarify all the major arcana just from my spirituals. I just kind of wanted to see, like, currently I'm hearing cutting cords. Like the Two of Swords reverse is not even really wanting to look at it. A lot of people will be like, oh, I'm making a decision, but reversals for me it's just a passing energy. Tell me about the Two of Swords, Page of Cups. So again, I don't know if you have a drinker here. There's lots of crying. Yeah, see, like no strength, not thinking about their future. It's like not making a decision, or this could have been something that hurt you, but I think this is somebody else who has feelings and probably hidden feelings. And I don't typically look at her as hiding, but something's telling me something could still be hidden. But the sun's here, so you have enough info to shut the door. So if that's the case, that's probably a good thing, because if it was to be reopened, this energy's gotta go. Some people don't like reopening doors. The final countdown. This could be like the final stretch for something karmic. I think you're getting along with somebody. It's not what you think. Somebody else is not going to have enough strength here to. This is just embarrassment. This is. I don't know what somebody thought they could pull on you, swindle. What's that? Swindler, something. I don't know. Somebody thought they could get something by you. But then the opposite happens, because to me, this is not, you're not working with your energy here. Again, this is somebody else that regrets the way something went down, whether they're speaking it or not. Yeah, see, forgiveness, big dreams, ego, pride, but tribe is here. So fifth dimension. So if anything's not really going, this pride and ego, like right now, it's like null and void. It's there. We know it's there. Something let the world sing, looking at the bright thing. It's not about the money. This is confusing to me when this type of energy gets out on the board, because this is about, dreaming big, high hopes. Somebody's going to want forgiveness, and this is part of your tribe. And this is what makes it difficult, because this is somebody who can vibe at your frequency. Now, obviously, pride, ego, that type of stuff in the way. Yeah, but here, we're Xing it out only because, well, the tribe could be Xing it out for you too, but when the tribe comes out, to me, it's one of the most powerful cards in this deck. Talon gave me these cards 6 years ago, 5 years ago. She's like, I don't use them. And I've always held on to them. And there's just certain cards in there. I never really connected with the deck. I did in my own way, but it was a used deck. She didn't really use them. I definitely connected a certain way. There's no question I connected, but there's something here with the connection. Again, let me ask, where's my pendulum? Let me ask Spirit, because I don't want to tell two different stories unless I have to. And watch who you do for readers, because I just heard, why do you need your pendulum? As if I didn't know how to do my job. That's how I get my answers, if that's the only way I get my answers, which is complete bullshit. So you do have a hater out here, and apparently somebody is hating me, or I'm just picking on the energy strong for you. But I used to have people that, haters. You don't know how to read tarot. Go fuck yourself. I'm not meant to be a tarot reader, you stupid fucking bitch. You stupid fucking asshole, whatever the price may be. You childish fucking kid. Like, grow up, like, those are other people that judge you for your characteristics, but like, anyhow. Let me ask Spirit now, because they were telling me other things. So the pride and ego is what's gotten in the way. This could be a disconnect. This could be Spirit saying, like, look, we're disconnecting you from what we need to disconnect you from right now. I'm even getting like life support. I'm not seeing like an actual death though. Like, so I don't know if it's like a spiritual death, like what? So there's definitely like a death here. It could even be like a rise of a phoenix for some, but that's not the exact vibe I'm necessarily getting. Again, they could have took somebody out of your life with the death card because it was too much ego, pride. You weren't going to get anywhere. Somebody here wasn't strong enough. They're drinking, definitely emotional, not making decisions. Obviously there could be some regret here. There's still something hidden. Like they don't want you to find out, but you're the high priestess. So when the high priestess comes out, this is what's throwing me off too, because high priestess doesn't usually throw me off. It's very clear when I know it's talking about us or certain things, but this is a hiding element factor here. And I don't look at her as hiding. Obviously, other things are being hidden. But for now, you could be forgiving somebody. You could be forgiving yourself. You don't even have to be like, all right, I forgive you. It's just like possibly hashing something out here where you go like this, but then on another end is more relevant to somebody else here. They could have had a lot of toxic stuff going on in their life, conflict. Same as you. We all go through the same transits, throat chakra. We all go through the same ones. It's just a matter of where we're at in life and how we work with these transits, our thought process through these transits. Tell me about forgiveness. Please forgive me. It's not just words. Do I say? Looking at photos, missing you, nostalgia. I just did see karmic. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, grieving, feeling lost, mourning. Camera, reminiscing, looking, perception from the past, making memories, date at the bottom of the deck. Could have been somebody who broke your heart, or this person's heart's already been broken. It seems very, no, I was going to say it feels very Matrix day to day, Monday, Tuesday, I'm hearing. But with the tribe being here, this could have been, you know, somebody is hiding something for you and they're not having it anymore. And your tribe stepped in and said, you're out. This other person, like, you're out. But I don't think so. I think somebody comes, like, guys, it could just be a friend. Like, I got in a nasty fight with Marsh the other day, and that hasn't happened forever and ever and ever. And the way we worked out that conflict was very immaturely and sucking up our own pride, you know, and expressing certain things that needed to be expressed. And we'll never have a fight like that again in our entire lives. I know it, you know. And she literally said to me, Courtney, you're the only one out of, like, my friends, I think you've said it to them like 3 times since I've known you, like, I will, you know, it was like a test of friendship. And I mean, we passed, but not everybody will, if that makes sense. Some people, you know, they're just kind of bickering over the weekend. I almost left on Saturday, and then I was like, you know what, Court? Nope, stay, talk to her. And then Sunday night, freak out issue, didn't want to talk, this, that. Like, we're good now. But it was a big deal. Like, it had to happen. Like, our friendship had to get tested. And it was with another guy. And the funny thing is, I had said a couple months ago, you know, I have this feeling that a guy can get in between us. And she's like, honey, I promise you it never happened. Where's this coming from? Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, I just sense it. I feel it. And men have come in and out of our lives since then. But that's what got us in our big fight, was him. And it wasn't who gets who. But no, it was nothing petty. It was soul-wrenching argument because there was stuff that we just had to let go of that no longer served us, that had to do with the past. So she was right, you know, and our friendship did get tested. And I think we succeeded and found our way out of that. You know, and the guy thing's not even a big deal. It's just the way how things trickled down the last 3 weeks. It's, you know, I sense that shit. I'm on top of that shit. Like, I even told them when we were away, like, you're going to run into this one. Like, my intuition, my gifts just kick in like you wouldn't believe sometimes. And I'm like, I'm sorry I said that, but it's I know it's going to happen. So again, friendship could get tested. I think this is something's being tested, whether it's your friend, whether it's your children, whether it's your coworkers, whether it's a family member. You definitely have a lot more energies being tested, especially with Saturn clearing karma, giving karma. We also have retrogrades. There's things that are going to come up from the past. It's either going to be beneficial for you or it's not. Something here does feel like you had to pass a test, or you will be passing a test. This might be with has nothing to do with my friendship, and this is another friendship with somebody else. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I had to bring in the Marsh situation because we don't fight like that too often. And I ended up being a catalyst. So I go about my way of being a catalyst, and there's certain things that she doesn't agree on, but she got to watch it go down and experience it, which is two different different things, because she doesn't really know how to comprehend it or understand what I'm saying to her. She's smart, she can comprehend, but understand necessarily what I'm saying to her, because she's never had that experience like we do. But she's always accepted me for who I am and tries her best to understand. And then she'll tell me the truth. Like, I don't get it. I understand what you're saying and how you feel and this and that, you know. But they're not going to get it like we get it. You know, I mean, somebody could just look at it like that's just an excuse for doing this, and that. But it's not. A spiritual knows it's not. So the last 3 weeks have been complete fucking shit show and chaos. Not completely, like we only got into like a couple little tips, and it was just the way we were, like the way she was talking to me and the way I was struggling to like let my pride down when it comes. I thought I needed help. So here I am telling my story. So this must be happening with somebody. I thought I needed help, like when it comes to like flowing, doing things naturally. I love to be single. Do I think I'm ready for a relationship? This and that. Do I miss comfort here and there? Absolutely. But I'm also that high priestess energy, and I do have that strength to end something and let this shit go with conflict and not getting anywhere when it comes to that. That wouldn't be like me crying or this and that. It's this, I mean, it could be for some, but that's not what I'm getting here. Whatever this ending is necessary in order for something to pick up. And if somebody just didn't have enough energy to like match you, or they couldn't match you, or it's intimidating to match you. But like Jess, I think again, it was like the second or third times I said like friendships, you know, clearly being tested, and I forget exactly what I said, but I said, I don't need, it wasn't the exactly, I don't need friends like this, but, you know, I am considering like where this friendship is at right this second, because the way she went off on me had to do with like the past and like, but you always do this. And I'm like, I think that happened like twice in my fucking lifetime. Like you just say shit like that. And then it's like, when she argues, she wants to get loud. We're both very fucking alpha. We're very dominant. And we don't have to battle. Like we butt heads, but we don't battle either when it comes to other stuff because we're strong, right? So it's hard to explain, but you know, she brought up something from and I was like, no, that the past, that can't even come up. Like that happened in a time in our life, this and that, like a lot of stuff just needed to be hashed out. And I'm telling you, we'll never talk to each other like that again. And I said to her, like, what, you know, like never again. Like, it's just, this should not be a thing between me and you, but we had to clear the past out. So friendships could be getting challenged here too. I do feel like there's somewhat of like a strong link. So what was the point of me telling you? Oh yeah, it was over a guy, but not like you think, not like we both liked it was nothing like that. I was a catalyst. It's just the way I was going about things. And then I tell her, you know, you need to work on this. It was kind of hard love, because when she first argues or she gets loud, she'll be like, you never, I'll say something, she'll say something, and then I'll go to say something. She can never let me talk. You always fucking interrupt. And I turned around when she calmed down and I said, I can't stand that about you. I've known you for so fucking long. Do you know you say that to everybody when you're in an argument? Everybody. And so you're projecting energy that doesn't even belong to us. You're projecting somebody else's bullshit that somebody once did to you, and you got strength from that, but you didn't pursue with strength. You pursued with the ego. You pursued with the pride versus letting the pride go, if that makes sense. I mean, I can't even remember where I stopped fucking reading right now. So somebody must have had to have needed to hear that. You know, who's your ride or die? Who's really going to be that person? You know, it is about reevaluating friendships. We are in that transit again, but this is a big one because this is, you know, it's Capricorn, full moon too, and still Cancer season. But on top of it, you know, with Saturn and being in the 10th house, this is personal emotions, relationships, personal, careers, business. This is when you have to find the balance. And there might have not been balance, so you might just gotta go. But I do feel like something here is gonna get situated. And it could be something you might not even be aware of yet. It's just this odd vibe where, I'm hearing arrogant. So this is, you be careful here, because I think this might be a bad thing all of a sudden. This is somebody who uses you, like you're a soulmate, you're this, you gotta forgive me, like I dream about you, like, hello? Oh, I know I heard something. I was like, what the heck? I'm just on YouTube. I texted Mom, she didn't get back to me, so she must.
What?
I texted Mom, she didn't get back to me, so she must still be sleeping.
Could be.
Yeah. I have to.
I had the idiot today.
Blood work?
Fucking hurt me.
Yeah.
Am I hurting you? I said, yeah, you are.
Well, he also went in that vein.
Yeah.
Which is not a normal. We don't usually use that vein if we don't have to. So.
That's just why. It's just fucking. No one else hurts me. Every now and then you run into somebody that
just
fucking,
doesn't know what they're doing.
They fucking hurt.
Yeah.
We get Dunkin' Munchkins.
Yeah, there's only 10 in there. They ran out of right over there. They ran out of small boxes. So there's just a couple in there for Kate.
I'm gonna make sausage and scrambled eggs right now.
Okay.
Mom told me she wanted sausages today.
Okay. Yeah. Did you do that for dinner last night?
Yeah, we had sausage.
Sausage, peppers, onions. Okay. All right. Looking at the cards.
Yeah. Who's that?
Who's where?
Who are you reading right now?
Just nobody in particular, just energy.
Just energy?
Energy, planets, transits, astrology. Energy.
I'm not sure I get it.
Yeah.
When are you going to read mine?
I don't know. We had that discussion.
Not really. Never read Kim's?
Nope. It's hard to read for people personal because you got to be blunt, and a lot of people don't want to necessarily be honest, or they want to, pussyfoot around fucking things, and it's can't read for people like that. Like, if I was to read and do this, and you probably got hurt or your fucking ego, and you'd probably be like, "That's not true, Courtney," but it's like it's there, So it's hard to read for people personal.
Hurt my ego? I
don't know. Or maybe you have a fantastic reading. I'm just saying in general, like people they think it's going to be kosher, and you never know what comes out.
They think it's going to be what?
Kosher.
Kosher.
Like, and it can be. But the couple experiences I had with two friends, I said, I'm like, I don't want to do this again. And Sue, I won't do her across the street either.
Why?
Because I already know I'm just not crazy about her vibe, and I already just, there's no point. Mm. She's not trying to save herself. She's trying to find answers.
That's what I want.
I said it's not like she's trying to save herself or do better. She wants answers. A lot of people who get readings, they just want answers. If you want answers, fine. Okay. All right. Will you let me know certain questions, and I'll do that for you?
Certain questions?
Yeah. Is that how you want it to go?
We'll make sausage and eggs.
We'll figure it out. All right. So, again, back to life, I don't know why he wants me to fucking it's just like, damn, no, all I need to do, I guess, is just not watch my fucking YouTube, right? So there was just so much conversation. Let me just make sure this, it could be a friendship, platonic, but this is also telling me that right now someone should not be in your life. They don't have the strength. They don't have the courage. There could be an addiction. They're very indecisive. There's conflict. There is something toxic around. There's energies. We do have, fixed signs. We have Leo. We have Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Cancer, Sagittarius, another Leo. So Taurus. Let me see. So I guess there is a reason why I was telling you about me and Marsh. And I'm telling you, we haven't fought like that forever. But the fact that the way she spoke to me, no. And I fucking turned around and I said, I sure as fuck don't like being spoken to like that. And I sure as fuck know you don't like being spoken to like that. Like, stop. Like, we both had to, like, breathe. And she's very... I want to fix it, and I'm fixing like too, but like I wouldn't answer the phone the first 2 days. Like, I get very stubborn. I need to gather my thoughts. I need to put things into perspective. And sometimes when she's like that, or when she used to be like that, I couldn't even get anything in, or she'd repeat the same thing, which is very antagonizing. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. For some of you, it could be a friendship, a family quarrel, but something that will come back together. But there's also an energy here that this is not Marsh, for instance. Stuff like that. But then you have another scenario here. You have like 4 or 5 scenarios here is what I'm hearing, actually. That's a lot. So that one will smooth itself out. Oh, you want me to do that? Are you taking milk?
I need a little milk.
Yeah, take this. Okay. What time are you doing the dump?
I don't know. I'm making eggs first.
Okay, well, I'm not in a rush, but I'll go with you. I'm not in a rush, but I'll go with you. My dad has a good strong voice and be a good. Yeah, maybe. I just bought, I don't know why this is coming into play, but I did just buy the Claude Note. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But for like what I do next with certain stuff, it's the number 1 on the market. I don't, there's a couple different ones, but I did go with AI. I do need to work with AI, but not in the way you think. Like, I'm not going to have AI take my voice and start, talking for me. But I can translate my videos and certain stuff into, I think, 124 languages, which is huge. And it's just going to put like a professional twist on things too, for and make it a little easier for me with the next with Dala's method. So you could be starting something here. Careful, something could be getting recorded, or something was recorded. It was a lie, and then a lie was told. What's up? Tell me what's going on here with tribe forget. I don't know if this is even allowed to be forgiven. Yeah, see, a loved one watches over you. I don't know if this is allowed to be forgiven. Like, maybe this person would never reach 5D, or you're protected. So if you wanted somebody in your life or this and that, like, change your residence, moving in with your partner. So there's an energy around you, and some of you can move in with your best friend. Some of you could be just the moving energy is here. This could be moving too with the Chariot. Jerusalem. I don't know if there's a religious factor here. I'm getting pulled to Jerusalem. That might be, and I just got pulled to a show I started watching last night because my parents said it was good. I think it begins with a C. I don't know, but it's five seasons. It could be something cultural. You could be moving across sea. You could have hidden knowledge across sea. Your hidden knowledge can be deep within the sea. I know I have to work with AI. I only have one copy of my work. So I wanted another copy, and I didn't want to do it on my phone because anybody can get it. This has the best privacy, you can't get it, and it's linked to AI. And it's almost impossible for anybody to break into these. This is stuff like the government issues, the government uses, and I wanted to have that because my dad's like, why don't you just record it on the computer or your phone? And I'm like, it's too risky. Anybody can take my idea before, mine's already legalized, but I'm just saying anybody could still take that until I launch it. Okay, so you might be launching something here and you're not sure what this is, because this has to do with dollars, and I did get pulled to it. I don't know why. Oh, record. Like, I just saw like the little record button down here or something. So something could have been recorded. You might have oh man, I don't know. Moving on up, going places. Like I had to take this next step. Like, you have to take the next step here to something. I didn't even want black. I wanted blue. So, Good Design Award 2024. It is 2025. They were going to save this for 2026, but it came out. So there's got to be something here that you're planning on doing next. It could be traveling. It could be hanging out with friends, family. You're creating something whether you're aware of it or not. And I don't know what's going on here. Somebody else could be. I mean, this obviously feels like you and somebody else, since I was talking about you and me, Marsh, such personal things. But I'm telling you, like, that was necessary for our friendship to evolve. Our friendship was tested. And by a guy, out of all things, that ended up being a catalyst, which everything I did, said, the way I pursued, the way he did, like, it was all meant to go down that way. So it's almost like I literally let my pride down and asked her for help when it comes to relationships. This is it. I didn't finish. Because I give you guys the best advice, and I give people the best advice, and people are always saying they're just so appreciative for it. But when it comes to me, guys, I don't know how to fucking flow. And I've said that to you before. And I let my pride down, and I told her, maybe I could use your help. And that was hard for me to own. It made me cry. Like, I do always shut shit down instantly. Like, once it's getting like really good, or there's some type of intense moment, or I shut down. I instantly push it away, or I make it into something it's really not, so I don't get hurt, whatever the case may be. So I let my pride down and asked her, and I said, all right, I'll, get your advice here and there and blah, 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 blah. But the whole situation that went down for 2 or 3 weeks, everything was supposed to go down that way. But she was trying to tell me, no, it's got to go this way and this way. But again, a lot of this stuff was based on the past and certain situations we're in. So I knew we were linked still to something very karmic that needed to get taken care of. So again, somebody's friendships could be getting, tested. You think you're with the right person, you're not. I do feel like here, first of all, you're not fucking around with your energy. And again, I said the same thing to her. My energy is too precious. Life is too young. Love you to death, but I'll take the pain. I'll take the heartache because I know where I need to go next. And I can't have, I don't know. She even said something like drama. And I am like the furthest thing from drama. I've never once brought drama into her life. If anything, it was, the other way around, and me teaching people those type of lessons and getting out of those situations. You guys have known our situations over the years with all of us, So some of you, again, it's just could just be just your friend and out of fucking nowhere. But you're not dealing with this shit anymore. So, and if this has to do with something like sexual and not just a friendship, this is somebody you're being protected from, because you won't have what you're going to have what you truly want in the desire, but not with this energy. You're not. So it could be on hold, or it's just completely done. To me, this looks completely done, especially with the world, the death. Gotta let the world sing, something's energy. So again, you got the Fool, the world, death, finality, no going back. If this is a court case, because I only got pulled to these again. That was the 3 of Wands. Butterfly is somewhere in here. That was the Bill of Rights. Distraction, something about a nightmare. You did have the 9 of Wands somewhere. If you're trying to win something, this could be corporate. I wouldn't say taxes. I was just looking for the 10 of Pentacles, and I don't typically use that card for taxes. So somehow I'm hearing it's superficial. Oh, that was number 3s. When 3s are in a negative aspect, you get that superficial energy. And I was only supposed to be reading 1 and 6 for you. So if you're seeing 333, things like that. As much I want to bounce out to this and go to justice, but I just feel like we need a little more closure there. So I don't know if you're looking for closure. I don't think you're necessarily looking for closure. Somebody else could be looking for closure. Let me see if I have a bathroom thought. I just got a few real quick. Okay. I just heard medication. When I walked away, I heard Y2K. So I don't know. Something early 2000s. I don't really know what the Y2K. Please, I hope they don't want me to figure that out. Let's get your best advice here, because this, yeah. See, it just feels like somebody here. Again, focus. Like you have distraction up here too. Somebody else could be having nightmares. I could have sworn we saw the nightmare card. I guess it didn't come out. Yeah, very protected here because you do have a dream. But it's like Martin Luther King. You know, it's Martha. Sorry about that. My dude. Martin, MLK. You know, I have a dream. That person had a voice. They were part of a tribe. You know, it was a big deal that they did what they did. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think what I do next is a huge deal too. It might not take off in this lifetime, but I have a lot of hope and optimism that it will. And I'm hoping it reaches fucking millions, because that's what we need to happen. So even why I'm doing that, addressing that, I'm not going to manipulate people in, but I have to be smart enough to manipulate energy when it comes to marketing to get people to click on my shit. You know, so manipulation, I don't even see manipulation here, but I am hearing there's certain types of manipulation. If you're using them to factor in without being deceitful, but tricky with the magician, right? In order to move something forward, you do what you got to do without it being a lie. If it's coming from a place where I'm just hearing it's okay. We've had this discussion before, and I know people are like, that doesn't make any sense, but it does, because you need that Five of Swords with you sometimes. It's your victory. It could also, that Five of Swords can be your victory too, guys. You know, like, so there's something they're not letting me like completely zone in on. So I'm just going to, again, get your best advice, but there's something here that's unforgivable. And it could be an old friend. It could be a lover. It could be something that happens at a job. This might not have happened yet. I split it at the Tower in the Two of Cups, for those who don't remember the very beginning. And I think that was the first one that was 8 minutes long. So again, which makes sense. Soulmates, you know, that Two of Cups, that's me and Marsh. It's not all lovers. I saw an ex-lover yesterday. Nothing happened. It was nice. We went for a bike ride, grabbed a nice dinner. I actually got lobster scampi. My taste buds are starting to change. I heard exquisite. And that's like the third time I had lobster this year, so I don't know what's up with that. That's a good thing, though. There's something exquisite here. So I'm just gonna, I think this is a no-go. There's no forgiving in this situation. This is one of those things where Spirit's not going to allow it. You need somebody that vibes like this, not somebody that continues to contemplate, dark night of the soul, whether it's yours or theirs, not being able to surrender, destruction, crossroads. Yeah, like that's just not necessary right now. The world is evolving. We're going in and out of voids, transit. I'm hearing 8-8. We have 8-8 coming up. This could be the start of an 8-8 portal for you. Is today the 8th by any chance? No. It's the 9th. Let me just get your best advice, because again, every time I keep putting my head down here and looking. Hold on. I feel like maybe forgivable one day, but I don't think so. So the number 12, you could be dealing with Pisces, Virgo, and then you have your North Node. There's a line underneath or on top. I always forget this, but I do like this North Node vibe right now. Images of North and South nodes. Again, it's not giving me the line. So I don't know. I forget what the deck said. Like if it's like that, you know, it'd be one way. If it's like that, you know, obviously the other way. I don't even know how it came out. Let me do it on dice. Yay, here we go. South or north? Yeah, I got the same question for you. Where are we? Okay, so south is up. Yeah, but it doesn't have... I'm looking for the ones with these, the lines. Don't be jumping out of the tank, guys. Well, north is down, south is up. But I'm getting thrown by this line. See, there's something here that would... okay. Melancholy. Let's get your best advice here, because clearly there's a reason why you're not vibing with somebody in this particular energy, because this energy is not meant to be around right now. It's not going to benefit you in this Capricorn. I'm here in Capricorn season. It's not going to benefit... No, we're in Cancer season, so could be dealing with a Capricorn. Surrender. You're being asked to let go. You need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion, and it's exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let yourself go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. I'm not even sure you know what this quite is yet. Some of you must. It seems obvious with surrender, but just because it looks obvious doesn't mean that it is. This could be like stepping out of an energy and just surrender and be like, yeah, it's this time. You got celebrate. You're being asked to celebrate recent accomplishments, no matter how big or small. Do something special to commemorate the moment. You deserve that and so much more. So this is surrendering, I think, to your tribe. Because I'm getting the high priestess looking right over here. So to me, whoever wants this forgiveness, like, no, you're being protected. It's not allowed. So I don't, you know, it could be a family member. It could be an ex-family member. It could be, you know, somebody who's with a family member. It doesn't have to be blood. Again, this is just... Tell me about surrender. See, as soon as I got rid of that energy, I had to clear my throat, but that didn't even feel right clearing my throat. Like it. You got healing. Your mind, body, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once. You're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing that you need with open arms and an open heart. So surrender, that's like me having to like open up to Marsh. Like that wasn't fucking easy to do. You think it would be. Like the two of us have bickered throughout the fucking years. I ain't telling you, like no other. But our love is beyond fucking deep. And Nobody will ever take that. I think now we're at a point where we won't experience that ever again because our relationship was tested. So some of you it's a friendship, others of you maybe you thought this was a friend, but I'm telling you, like, your tribe had your back. You might have to move coming up, or you're already in the midst of moving. This doesn't have to be a physical move. Like, again, I know I've been slacking with certain stuff. I know I've been trying to get out of certain energies. I know I'm stopping my own success. I could have something deep rooted from a past life, and I do find success very scary. Even though I want it, and I only want it for humanity, for no other reason, but for humanity. We've got to survive. So the way you're walking, you better walk my way. The walk, the journey is great, and you haven't even like gotten there. Like, everything that you think you already have put together it's gonna get even better. You could be working Chirons. Where's our Chiron right now? And I think that Chiron is. I think that Chiron. I'm hearing signs with healing. I'm hearing salt water, salt bathing, salt bath. You're being guided. So let's move on from this energy, because that was a whole lot. But if I see this, and again, you're being guided, like, you're good. You got guardians like you wouldn't believe. And this is like one of the strongest cards for me when it comes to this deck too, because they don't come in for nothing. This is like a big deal. It's like giving your kid away. You broke free from something here. You probably broke free from something here like a while ago, but for some reason, like, somebody else's energy wants to be all up in your energy for some reason. So I'm hearing commitment, things could get serious. So maybe you thought, I don't know what you thought, but let's move on to justice. And again, these are different aspects, but these are some major fucking cards that I'm hearing I'm impressed with, or I'm impressed with myself, or I should be impressed with myself. I didn't know that I wasn't impressed with myself. Yeah, see, I don't know what that vibe is. I don't know if somebody thought they were fucking impressed with themselves. I don't fucking know. Tell me about justice. All I know is that justice is going to go in someone's favor here. You got temperance, balance. This could be a lawyer with the King of Swords. There's something definitely going on in law here. It could be a divorce. It could be a settlement. It could be something. Open up your hat if you want to attract more. So this, Jesus, okay. You got honeymoon. I'm telling you, like, they just did a 160 on us. Is that what it's called? A 160, a 180? I don't know. They just did a 420 on us, okay? So this justice, it is love. Is it love for yourself, love for somebody else, love for, because I mean, Bill of Rights, I mean, all this stuff, the government all came out. And again, if we're talking bodies, if we're talking, I'm hearing deployment. Federal Bureau came out earlier too. This is just finding the balance here. But I why do you feel blocked here? Like, here is not a lawyer. Here, this is, someone may have a lawyer and you have spirit in the courtroom. Because I don't know how else to place that King of Swords right now. And it's bringing me back to the courtroom. Judge Judy. Hi, Moses. Are you under my toes? Are you under my toesies? You have spiritual backup. Have faith. Someone's got your back. So I know a lot of people don't like going to court or dealing with paperwork or dealing with judicial systems, anything, you know, it's not fun, but for some reason, Spirit's got you here. It's like you don't need a lawyer. Or maybe you couldn't afford a lawyer, or maybe, you know, you got appointed a lawyer, you didn't want a lawyer. There's definitely a lawyer here. But then Temperance is Spirit, and you're being guarded. I mean, not guarded. Well, you're being, guarded, protected. So have no fear there. I'm hearing flies. I don't know if this is fly on a wall, shit on a wall. Flies to shit. Thank you. Maybe in a little while. I'm still on YouTube. And good morning. Interesting. Let's see what open up your hat is trying to say. You attract more love. This is a very balanced, peaceful energy. Patience, few more days, months, weeks. Red flags you ignore now will come back and haunt you later. Spy. Someone's got that eye on you. Someone's got that eye on you. You're doing your research. Yeah, see, I don't even know if you know about this person. If you do, you don't give a shit. I think it has a lot to do with this energy over here. Somebody who's weak, somebody who's a coward, low life, dismissive, passive. I'm getting feminine energy as well, guys. This doesn't have to do with past pain and hurt. It could karmically when it comes to something else, but this feels more legit in the sense of karmic. It's not only karmically being taken care of, it's matrix being taken care of too, with the world twice and the death cat. Like, so there's nobody here that's, if somebody that's a fraud thinks they're going to be successful with something, especially right here sitting on the Fool, you have Virgo. You know, if somebody here thought they were really going to be successful, I mean, it's not going to happen. I don't know what somebody was thinking. I mean, you could be down with a Virgo, but ain't nobody tie me down. Uh-oh, you better keep on moving. Yeah, so Spirit's like, let's go. Tell me about the Chariot. I mean, I almost want to explore that much, but it's very obvious. Somebody's going to get justice. And if somebody has recently died, there's justice coming out of that too. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles reversed, 7 of Cups reversed. I don't know if you have if you're dealing with somebody who's got a straight up addiction here. So now we have the sun, the star, and the moon. The moon's not out, but the moon's there to me. And there. Charge your crystals. Mine are ready to go out 2 days early. I'm leaving mine out for 2 nights and 1 day. I know, certain crystals shouldn't go in the daylight, but I'm just told all my crystals, put them out tonight under the moonlight, let them sit during the day, and I'm hearing crystallize with the moon. So I prepared them yesterday in my big bucket to sit outside. So definitely cleanse some crystals here. Could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Fool. Aquarius or a Fool. Or the Fool card. But the 8 of Cups reverse is usually wanting to walk back to something, still holding on. Something's going to be revealed with a lover. I don't know if communication's going to go so well. Somebody gets upset. There's that 5 again. 5 of Cups, 5 of that. Yeah, see. Tell me about the 7 of Cups reversed. You're no longer going to feel this way, especially if you were feeling like left out or something petty was going on. You're definitely moving from it anyway. Again, I'm getting that Six of Swords down here. You have the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Cups. There's something definitely happy coming in. That's a lot of cups with the Chariot. Something emotional that's going to bring you some type of happiness. What is this Five of Pentacles, please? So this is whatever energy you were possibly in, you're not going to feel that way. Somebody could have felt like left out, but again, there was, with Pisces again, there was definitely like some type of situation here. See, this just gets deeper and deeper. Could this be long-term marriage, eventually something like that? Yeah, but this in the sense is deeper in the sense of something from the past that somebody was holding on to, or something, you know, meeting up, talking, savor in the moment, feeling elevated, building friendship, Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, changed mind. There's that rise from the ashes, soulmates. Yeah, so you got this energy coming in, or you're going to fix an energy with somebody. Again, that's probably the reason I told you about Marsh, because that energy was about to show up on the board. You're destined to have somebody in your life, just don't know who it is, but Spirit's got that under control. The Magician, you got the Three of Pentacles. It could be a soul contract. It could be work. It's something you're creating. You might want to legalize it. You might want to be careful with that. You have the Death card reversed. So that could be a good thing. Or somebody just doesn't want something to be over with. But I think this is more of a good vibe in the sense of, I wouldn't say reciprocation or anything like that. I mean, obviously that's what you want, but it's a contract, but it's teamwork. Somebody from your past doesn't want it to be over. But that's not a good thing, because it's over. So that could be a friend of a friend, guys. You might not even know that energy. Yeah, you're gonna end up with somebody else. You're gonna have some type of compromise with somebody else, and someone else is getting, the blocked door. Yeah, someone else, if they want to stay stuck, so be it. But with Metamorphosis, like, this is not an energy where you're staying stuck. This is an energy where somebody's ex or somebody's family member is not going to like you. It has to do with religion. You ask me, it's petty, but it looks promising for you. And you might have to create things and do things before somebody even comes into the picture. Or somebody will come into the picture right before you make that move. But I don't know, because that seems like chaos. The Spirit's saying no. But the vibe I'm getting feels like chaos. I'm getting disaster. Yeah, see, something. What am I vibing? Received. It could be two other people. Their situation's disastrous, and you end up maybe going into business with somebody, or new friends with somebody, or something. Yeah, see, there's something very karmic there. The Divine Masculine, it still has something very karmic. Could have been a marriage, the commitment's over, money, mute. Like, yeah, fuck that shit. Bye, bitch. Whoever the fuck this energy is. Again, it could be a family member. I will say, whatever this is for you that comes next, with a friendship or romantically, me and Marsh situation, friendship is being tested. Not everybody's friendship is meant to last too. Just because mine was doesn't mean yours is. It's just that energy. And I think because I put my foot down, and I'm dead serious when it comes to that shit. And she knows it. She wasn't intimidated by it, but she's very aware of it, so there's definitely somebody here that does not belong in your life that is being X'd out. Could even be a few people. There's definitely other people here that are meant to be in your life and to come into your life. You could be moving, you could be traveling. I think whatever is destined here and what's going on geographically. So I'll pull the Texas. So maybe weather. It's the storms. It's the weather. The weather has something to do with this. Texas, just awful. I know I was reading on China, but I did say I'm here in Texas again, but I just assumed it was Texas and weather. I said it a few times. That doesn't mean I was predicting the Texas thing, but I did say historical, catastrophic. So I do think, because they wanted me to read on a different country. So I do think that I'm here in Tennessee. I do think the Texas thing had to come in like that a couple times with the China, because they really wanted my focus on China. And I think it's both scenarios that would probably be horrific and catastrophic. My heart just go out for the families, the kids. It's just catastrophic. Dead bodies floating around, like I said. Awful. But there's still something that's going to happen. I'm here in Vietnam. There's still something that's going to happen in China. I mean, absolutely, there's no question. But again, I usually hear, I'm here in Texas, or like Texas. But this was, I'm here in Texas again. I didn't equate that with they're going to get slammed again. But a lot of those channel messages with, where it's catastrophic and historical and, bodies in the water, that was definitely Texas, guys. Yeah, I'm getting the Lone Star. But don't doubt China. That shit's coming in too, and it's going to be fucking fierce. So there's that. Why did I feel like I was trying to wrap up a read here? So, anywho, there's something definitely freaking karmic here with a masculine that no longer has probably any permission or business coming into your life ever again. And somebody has an ex that doesn't like you. I mean, too bad, so sad. I mean, what fucking world do we live in right now? I mean, this is fucking stupid when this energy even comes in, guys. It's just living against the dumb is really fucking hard for me to fucking take in, I guess. It is and it's not. It's just why are people so dumb? Like, when it comes to relationships, how is that your whole world? Yeah, see, fear, commitment. I mean, that could be me. But I'm just saying, like, in general, like, how are people so fucking dumb? I just don't get it. And I don't feel bad saying it. I don't get it. Like, why? I'm just like, why are people not like me? Well, it takes people like, I guess, me to explain to other people why you're not like me, but maybe, you don't need to be like me, but you get to the point where you can be like you, Something about birthday, you can make the world sing. It's all about the money. I don't even see money on the board. Best advice for the fool, please. For my spirituals, best advice for the fools, please. Self-display. Your skills are bridging to success. Connect, expand networks. My left ear is kind of hurting. I don't know if it's the fan going here. Kind of feels a little like swimmer's ears, or what was it, last weekend? Me and Marsh. Every time we went up to like the top of the casino and down, our ears were popping. We didn't even take a right into, we went into the mountains, we went into the lake regions, but my ears don't usually pop there. So could be allergies or melon void. Your pillow, maybe it's waking up, your ear hurting, could be a pillow. Maybe your hand is under your pillow and you don't realize it. But again, your skills and bridges to success, self-display, connect, expand networks. Best advice for the world. And some of you, I did hear public eye at one point, but the star wasn't out. With the world, you got Cascade. A shining cascade often conceals a fragile core. Be wary of temptations that seem too perfect. Yeah, see, with this devil acting like, oh, I'm better, but like, if there's conflict, bye. Somebody could be missing you, loving you. I don't know, but they're not gonna, like I said, there's somebody here that's just not meant to be in your life. You're guarded, you're protected. For those who really feel like that's you, and I feel like that's me, you don't have to worry about whatever this outside stuff is, because it's, I'm looking at the balloons, like, go celebrate, and go seek the truth of other things, like, not this person. Like, don't stay caught up in, like, right now there's no temptation, but maybe it's somebody who knows how to do that, or I'm healthier now. No, this is somebody who loves drama, feeds off fucking drama. I went into a situation once with a very old friend of mine, and the first thing he had said, like, just no drama. Like, he stressed no drama. But I'm telling you, this dude lived off of fucking drama. He was nothing but drama. I didn't have drama in my life in a solid fucking, I can't even tell you how long, until he came into my life. And that's like when Marsh said something about drama too. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? She's like, all right, well, maybe that wasn't the right words to use, obviously. I'm like, oh, obviously. You're allowing other people's drama and stuff to sink in with memories and stuff. So you ask me, I wouldn't, you could be fragile right now, just especially with all this energy. I would seek the truth if somebody comes in or something, or the truth is going to be seeked no matter what, or it's going to be given, because you got this energy between Temperance and the Matrix. Tell me about Cascade, because I don't think you need to seek the truth here. To me, you already know it's conflicted. If this is truth, this is your own personal truth, your own, stuff like that. Forbidden formula. Find an unconditional solution. Apply it with discreetly. Innovate responsibility and maintain ethics. Yeah, see, you're not fucking with energy like this over here, so I think that's a good thing. You do have party at the bottom of the deck too. Be careful with that devil. But I think this is somebody's, I'm hearing curse or karma. Tell me about the death card. Best advice for death. From your spirituals. You have temptation of light. When drawn powerfully to something that seems bright, carefully determine if it is truly benefits you. Choose wisely. Serpents whisper. Beware of the silver-tongued serpents, for their sweetness of words may carry venom. Listen, but trust cautiously. Solo journey. Embrace the solitude as the gateway to self-discovery and unseen horizons. Walk alone. See anew. So whatever this is, don't plan on taking anybody like with you or crediting somebody unless they deserve credit. Like, there's definitely something going on here. Again, solo journey with this wolf, it just pulls me to my wolf pictures. Like, I never thought I would hang pictures of wolf in my freaking house, and I did, and I love them. But I also know it's one of my animal guides, not an animal totem pole, not an animal. There's so many different things spiritual animal. I have a spiritual guide. I have an animal guide. There's a difference there. And I also think I also get watched by snakes, because the only dreams I've ever had when I really go within has ever really been snakes and wolves. This wolf always, I got one singular wolf that's just massive that sits behind me. Like no one can touch me. Oh, see, and I pulled out that snake again. This talks about venom, but don't worry about it. Snakes are also very protective energy. Best advice. Best advice from my spirituals in regards to justice. Yeah, the harvester, an unexpected truth will soon be revealed, necessitating a reassessment of trust. So there is something here with the relationship too, guys. And again, me and Marsh, this doesn't have to be sexual. For some of you, it could be. There's more masculine energy here. No queens have come out. Nothing like that has come out or shown face, guys, if you think about it, right? Because it's something switch. It's like I just heard, like Trump's eviction switched, but it's execution. Trump's execution switched. Conviction, executing something. Assassination. Something with Ronald Reagan came into my dream the other day. Ronald Reagan. And JFK, I think it was. Ronald Reagan and JFK. That's in my books. That might be pulling me to like one of the other predictions, but it's just best advice for the Chariot. You do have, because that's kind of like the devil too, right? And you do have something tempting. Like this typically is not even tempting for you anymore. But I don't know. You could really get tested. I don't see a Hierophant, but I would be a little cautious. Inner connection. Listen to your inner voice in decision making and daily interactions. Trust your intuition here, especially with justice. An unexpected truth will still be revealed, necessitating a reassessment of trust. This could be about two different people that are married. But I don't think you have any part of that right now. I mean, you might play a part, but not to the extent where like you'd be in their business. It'd more just be like of an indication that something's going on with a married couple. And I do. Some of you, this might be an incoming lover. It could be, somebody's got feelings for you already, somebody from your past. But I also feel like there's a past situation here that's got to go too. If the right person comes in, you're good. It'd be kosher. Like the person I went out with last night, had to apologize, and it took months for this person to hit me up over some actions, and they told me, a couple different truths, and I'm really sorry. And right now we're just gonna go with the flow and try to be friends, because I scare the shit out of him. Every aspect of my life scares the shit out of him, and he just didn't know how to express that, so he expressed it with negativity. But I look forward to, possibly friendship in the future. I can't even say I look forward to it, because I'm still angry with certain situations, but I know I'll step out of that once I know there's no more in between. Some people, like when you're friends and then you go into that lover, I've done it twice, 3 times. It just doesn't work out the way you think it will, or you hope it will. And sometimes it does. So I don't want to discourage you, but they clearly wanted me to bring this into the read. And I mean, that fate could turn for him too. And right now it's just this, and years down the road, we're like, oh fuck, did we fall in love? Like, I don't fucking know how it's going to go, guys. But like, this is the clarity for right now that you need to know that. And don't forget, I'm hearing you're very protected here. They're not going to allow certain energies in your life, and others they will. But you do have to be careful, because there is somebody that you can't trust here. And I know Spirit's trying to take care of it. But if anybody has to get tested here, or it might just come around, they might try to tempt you or this and that. But I think the temptation is gone for you. you know. And even the temptation with the gentleman I met last night is gone as well, you know. It's just, yeah, I don't know why that's relevant in your read. And you know who came back into my life? The Colonel. Been chatting with him. We're gonna get together and grab some lunch and hang out. But I didn't think that was gonna come back around either. It's all these retros, decisions you want to go in, people who really got your back. You know, there could be people in your life that really let you down, but they really want to change. Those are the people you give a little extra effort to if you can afford to put any energy in that direction. There's other energies here where spirits got it. You haven't been involved in another energy in a long time. It's their energy hoping, you know, the worst for you, lying, being sneaky. Like, say this is a situation for me, my wolf's gonna, you know, I was gonna say bite the snake, but the snake works for me too, the devil. And there's that butterfly, temptation of light. I wrote butterfly up here. So when drawn powerfully to something that seems bright, carefully determine if it's truly benefit you. Choose wisely here. Because here it's like not wanting to make a decision, not wanting to see something. A lot of people, this is telling me reverse too. You've already made this decision. Careful who you allow in your life as you interconnect with all these other worlds I'm hearing. Tell me about the Chariot, please. You have cyclical. Everything is cyclical and everything ending holds infinite possibilities and renewals. Time to explore new possibilities. Like I said, yeah, the Chariot, you gotta go. I love it. But I love it. Venom of doubt. You will encounter deceptive information that could poison your decision making. Seek truth, relied on verified sources. So yeah, I mean, you do have a energy around you that is, yeah. This is the energy you're also being protected from, guys. But it's still here. It feels Matrix. It feels like another world. It feels, I don't know why. I feel like you got a couple people here that don't want to see you succeed, don't want to see you in the spotlight, don't want to see you happy, don't want to see you with the past, you know, don't want to see you stable. It's just, you got, you know, those are shitty people. And those are people like, you know, friends, keep your friends close, your enemies closer, you know, type of vibe. No. Like this person's venom. Look at all the magical like whispers of like light, the aura. Like I'm telling you, I think this energy is protecting you too. You could be working with two different galactic energies. Hearing sirens. Siren's bell though. Cyrus. Something galactic. Tell me about this magician, please. So again, you're not getting caught up. This is already telling me you're triumphant. It's just giving you a little more encouragement. And again, this is the energy that kind of wanted to hold you back a little bit too. Not wanting it to be over, but I don't think there's no stopping you now is what I just heard. I just saw Rocky going up and down the stairs. Savings. Future security is built on today's saving. Begin saving for the future now. So whatever you're working on, maybe you think is not that profitable. That's a tough one that came out right there because it's not really matching up, but it's just telling me like another aspect of your life at the same time. Tell me about savings. Give me a little more information here. Gemstone trap. Amidst sparkling treasures, the brightest jewel often hides the deepest cut. Seek worth, not just shine. This cut is the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know. But it could have been your last cut. There's something gambling there. What the fuck? No, I don't think it's like stay humble. It is, I just think you definitely stay humble. But with the Three of Pentacles, the Death reverse with the Six of Cups, this is destined. But with the Death being reversed with the Magician, it's like you can still create here. So don't doubt or get caught up with anything with this Death being reversed, because it could be a completely different situation, but they're both getting wrapped up. But it's irritable. Careful. Relax. A spontaneous getaway will recharge your energy and renew your spirit. Take the trip, renew your essence. Yeah, like you should really do something here. Rain begins. That's a fucking kick-ass card. I don't know if that's ever come out for us. And you got Lux Leash. The weight of continuous betting grows heavy. Know when you fold and when you hold. Wisdom lies in knowing your limits. The weight of continuous betting grows heavy. Fold and hold. Be careful here, because you might actually even possibly come into some money. I played $25 at a blackjack table and just won 5 something for 360 at fives. Yeah. $500 off of $25. But I like blackjack. But I knew when to hold. When people started getting drawn to my energy, I also knew once the table was full, I was out. So I don't know if it was superstition or just my intuition telling me, like, it's not worth sitting here. Its energy just would have shifted. I was looking for fun, right? Just having fun. Some people are very serious. But again, be careful, because, there could have been an addiction that's now subsiding, or, you're slowly having a drink a night. You're slowly smoking weed every day. You're slowly, I don't know. I know there's addiction. I just talked about somebody was sniffing their own fucking medicine the other night. Fucking you name it. So there's definitely addiction here. It did come out in part 1 of yesterday's read. I don't think this is you breaking addiction. I think it's an energy around you breaking addiction. But at the same time, don't underestimate our subconscious energy too, where, we don't realize we're getting into something that will cause limitations, will cause you to slack, will cause you, and even the person I was with last night, like, oh, if I had a dirty martini, and he's like, if I was at one of those, it takes me, because he's been dieting, but it would take him 3 days to get out of his system, that one drink, just for his metabolism to start working again. So I don't know why that had to be a message for some of you guys. Yeah, well, addiction, right? So even one drink, say you have one every few days, your metabolism is just going to shit. Or there's something, not enough vitamins, a vitamin deficiency. Just be wary and careful here, especially with people around you. I don't think it's like a good friend where you got to mention, like, hey, this and that. Or I feel like something being spoken softly. Just heads up here, because you never know, who comes into your life. I mean, I met a guy at this casino. I didn't really meet him. He just hit me up 9 times this morning and said I lost my phone on Friday. So I got lit up last night. But there was cops around, and we were all waiting for our Pepe's Pizza. And cops, security, and they're like, because I saw them going through people, and I'm like, he's with me. He wasn't. But I was talking to some randos on the stairs, and Marsh and a couple of other people went, I think, outside to smoke or get air. She don't smoke. But so I went and sat next to him. I nudged him. I'm like, I got him. I'll make sure he gets to the room. All good. And he woke up, instantly put his fucking tongue down my throat. I don't know if he was trying to like play and act. I don't know what he was doing. But I was like, whoa, 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 right? But here's the thing. I'm getting to addiction, okay? So this is everything I got hit up with last night, but I don't want to show his face. But he wrote, thanks for saving me last night. I haven't drank in 3 years. I failed last night. I haven't drank in 3 years. I failed last night. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but I knew I was not dreaming. I kissed an angel. Thanks for making me feel alive again. You will be my inspiration to never drink again. I basically said, you're welcome. Sorry to hear that. You got this. And I said, I wouldn't say I saved you. Just helping out a friend with security and that type of stuff, He's like, hey, again, I lost my phone. I need to stop drinking. So I'm just like, okay. It was so random. But he really feels like I saved him. Like he just went to the casino by himself. I don't know what was going on in his head, but I mean, he hadn't drank in 3 years and he picked up a drink. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I found out somebody last night was sniffing their own drugs. There's definitely addiction here, and I think this was a very easy transit to get caught up, especially the last I'm hearing Scorpio. I'm talking since October 2024. We have been people dealing with this fourth house. It's just necessary. All these other people, it's the planets, it's this, but it's, to me, my gang, fourth house, all damn day. Cancer, Scorpio. So, and conjunct. We also got 10th house. Yeah, so we've been dealing with this anyways. So be careful because you never know. And the guy was really nice, like handsome, but it's like, I don't want to be like, judge him on, maybe he didn't lose his phone. Maybe he was fucking locked up, in a paddy wagon all weekend. Who the fuck knows? Could be him too, Yeah. It's weird. Like I pushed him away and then he tried kissing me again. It was hollow. Didn't even feel like it was a kiss. It's like, all right, buddy, no, we're not doing this anymore. There's something hollow about it. But I did feel bad, as you went 3 years without fucking drinking. But I also feel like I might have been a catalyst in that situation too, as well, because I knew they probably would have actually probably locked him up or wouldn't have been able to get him up to his room, whatever the case would have been. So I helped him out. I didn't save him, but he feels like I saved him. So you never know how catalytic situations are going to play out, That was 2 very different catalytic situations that just happened to me, in the last couple of weeks too. So I'm telling you, things are going to balance out for you guys. Just, heads up, don't be naive with certain energies, especially if you still feel the need to hash anything out. If it has to do with like an ex or an ex-lover, I would just stay away from that energy, to be quite honest with you, because I don't feel like that energy is going to get you anywhere right this second, unless it's like very minor conversation. This isn't like somebody who, everyone kind of betrays when you walk away. So you got a couple different energies here, guys. I did bring up a few people from my past, which is telling me there's going to be a few people here. Like I said, I talked to the colonel. Can you believe that shit? That started a couple weeks ago. Where I literally hit him up and I was like, I was on the way home getting my coffee and his name came to me twice. I was like, no fucking way. I was like, hey, Hope all is well. I'm just, thinking about you. Is all okay? He literally hit me up with pictures and was like, I was just talking about you with all the buddies. We met you a few years ago, yada, yada, yada. It was great to see all the guys in the photos. But, he kind of, he's like, I just kind of felt like you were going to pick up on that. But I also picked up on some health things previously with him. And so he told me this time, but he's like, quote, there's one time months and months ago, you hit me up and said, are you okay? Something's off. Something's wrong. I hope I'm not panicking you. I said that to him. And he was in the hospital with a nasty kidney infection. But he never responded to me. But I freak him out. And my intuition, the psychic abilities, they're only stronger. The more, and it's not even the more tapped in I am. I mean, if I really put and tapped myself in where I'm hoping to get to real soon, the ultimate Terminator is what I'm hearing. I don't even know what that means. But you put your mind to it. It's like one of those things, anything you put your mind to, and mine just comes and it's there. And I sense things before they happen. But I'm talking a lot. So I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with that energy. I'm sure that energy has a lot to do with prophecies of Yamande Citrus more than it does dollars. Dollars, I'll be keeping. Prophets of the Monday Citrus, I'll be more on that. I'll be on dollars every day in the sense of videos. I will be on prophecies of Monday Citrus more. I'll be more active on there. It's weird because the other day it almost had me bring cards into it and I never ended up using them. So I'll still be on mystical moments here and there, guys. But this channel is not going to grow like that. This channel will grow if my stuff takes off. But this channel is never going to change. I'll still be on it. Maybe just once a week, weekly energy, weekend energy, or because it's still important for people to connect this way versus the other way I'm going to have them connect. I'm connecting with people 3 different ways. I mean, it can shake the world, guys. Not only is it one project, it's 3. 3 things that I'm really fucking good at. And the way I teach and go about things when it comes to lessons and life and, shit like that is extremely beneficial to people. So it's not going to grow in the sense of tarot and me not doing anything else and this and that. I could have already made that happen years ago. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to draw people in like that. That's a given for those, OGs. That's just a given. But yeah, it's like a trifecta. I mean, how many know? I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of mind-blowing. I don't know that many people who have 3 different sites in regards to 3 different things to discuss that are huge. So like I said, every channel I started, every journey I've taken, put me exactly where I need to be. And that's a lot. I think that's what you've learned from me, along with a lot of other stuff that I've learned along the years with you guys. I could be the best fucking love guru, and not for me. Hey, buddy. And I had to let my pride down and be like, all right, I'll let you help when it comes to certain stuff, not step by step, But sometimes we all need that help there too, because again, I will instantly, I'm definitely a commitment phobe, and I had no idea. And I've been saying it for a long time, but I mean, I really do have issues with that, especially when things are going good in my life. I just feel like, I don't want to find that balance, but we have to find that balance too, guys, right? That's how we succeed in life. It's every aspect of our life, every aspect. In every aspect of my life, I'm powerful. And I'm not just saying that with like ego or pride, like I'm powerful. Like I am powerful in the sense of determination. Like once I'm on it, I'm on it. There's no stopping me. I believe in myself. I believe in my power. I believe in my guides. I believe in my protection. I believe in energies and gods and everything that's happening. So I can't stress enough, congratulations. There's already probably been a breakthrough without you like even realizing it. Something is in spirit's hands spiritually. Don't worry about it legally, especially. But I don't see funds here either. I don't know if divorce, somebody loses a house or something. But I don't see it like that too. But they could have been kicked out. No more options, no more free riding. I'm not sure, but it looks to be family, but it also looks to be toxic. And somebody just like doesn't like you, out to get you. That type of stuff. So I love you guys, and I'll be back. Oh wait, I did want to throw other cards with this. 2 other cards from this deck. I don't know if I want to do advice for us or energy to watch out for. Is this the bear deck? Serpent, snake. No, I don't think this was the bear. Just got pulled to a raccoon. Best advice from my spirituals. Yeah, I can't take 3. Best advice. Well, I feel like it's more than just advice here. I feel like it's like a heads up. So let me do 1 heads up and 1 advice. And not advice on heads up. Heads up, please, for my spirituals. Heads up. I don't think there's just certain stuff that just doesn't bother you. Like that energy's been gone for a while. Yeah, give and take. Reciprocity, careful there. Daisy and the dandelion. That was like a dead friend, remember? It almost made me cry. Again, like somebody is watching over you. They got your back. It could be a Leo. This Leo energy was strong there too. Or just like within your chart. Give and take. You could have somebody here that is greedy. Where is my book? I just saw it. Oracles is the only things I ever really read from if I feel the need. I feel the need to like express that because I mean obviously there's intuition and channeling, but when oracles are giving advice, I'd like to give accurate advice according to the reading. Ada Crab, Wildwoods Cavern, senior gardener, renowned as the direct manner of toughness. She sows her seeds, understanding what some of them won't bear fruit. The rooks will take some, rooks, R-O-O-K-S, but she tolerates them and even provides scarecrows for them to nest in. Life is about compromise, according to Ada. Look at your own crop. Is there enough to provide all you need? Is there harm in losing a handful here or there? It is genuine to take. It is genuine need to make a battle for every crumb or obsession or control, give and take. So I don't know if you're trying to control something here, but stop it, or this is a heads up that there's an energy that wants to control something. And I don't look at crows as a bad sign. I saw a crow come to me the other day, 1 single crow on a wire. They are linked to death, but I also look at them as protectors of the dead. And I've been missing peanut butter lately a lot. So And it's give and take. You got to give and take when it comes to something here. It's about compromise, looking at your own crop. If you give enough, if you're getting enough, then give enough. If you have enough, give your neighbor some fucking green beans, shit like that. Cucumbers, and I did mention give and take up here, but I didn't see it yet. So again, there's your heads up, and it's kind of a little more confirmation for you when I mentioned it over here that I don't see it, but we need to. But you might never see it, guys. That's what I'm saying. This readers can be very diluting. Okay, so I just R2D2. I just saw us as like robots, like with buttons, like recharging. Black Wand's redemption. Black Wand's redemption. Well, I wanted your best advice, but let me ask Spirit if I even want to take that. I instantly wanted to take it, but I was instantly going to ask, and then I don't fucking know. Do I want to take this card? Yes or no? Yes or no? Nope, this is it, and I don't need another one after it. So, again, I've never seen this one come out. It's a newer deck. I've only worked with you once with this deck. Sunday Flowers reveal in her powers to seduce and manipulate, but her misguided attempt to serve witchcraft left her in a terrible mistake. She, in her unending quest to atone, she abandoned her past and became a Black Wand. She faced many terrifying challenges. Black Wand reminds us that no matter what we've done wrong, we can try to make amends. It might be frightening to confront those who have wronged you, but genuine liberation is worth the risk. Maybe you believe your transgressions are so grave that you can never be washed away, or those you appeal might not forgive you. This might be true, but to flinch from all the call to the atone is even a greater error. So you might find a power, something you're really good at, but this is also telling me do not get swayed in other directions that are not familiar, because that was a big caution for you guys too within this reading. They're leaving it still mysterious, and so if it's reversed, it's forgiveness both ways. It's like learning to forgive. And you had forgiveness, but that energy was a no-go for you with that one. And for some of you, sitting right where it's sitting, to me, this would be no fucking way. You can apologize all you want. I don't need to forgive you. It's too late. You made your bed. You're lying in it. It's that simple to me. When I've already dealt with certain energies and I'm already, like I kind of think I know what that's talking about, and I haven't even thought about that energy in more than 5 months, if not longer than that, year, honestly. So I know the truth, and spirit has got my back here, so there's no need for me to take the extra steps to it's already situated, so this is somebody who already took advantage of something, and to me it's going to be taken away. This is your redemption on this karmic situation. You get redemption for her actions. So again, you do have a female around you that's, thinks they're brighter, smarter, more trickier than you, darker than you. I don't fucking know. Stupid Google shit is what this stuff is. They want to say it's no Google magic. Fuck you. You're doing shit like this. It's Google. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. So you will have redemption. This person's kind of going about, this is a lying son of a something. I'll tell you that. This is that energy that doesn't want you happy, doesn't want you with somebody, doesn't want somebody else to move up. Like, fuck that shit. No one's got time for that shit. I know in this transit of the last 3 months, I even said to Mash, I might have became somebody else. And she's like, I don't understand. And she's like, well, I kind of understand. And I said, yeah, everything I just went through, like, I did not come out the same. And I'm not quite sure what that is, but I'm sure in the last week you've noticed my energy. It's shifted. I did not come out the same, which is going to be way more beneficial. So I know whatever I had to experience, I passed and I did it right. And I did it in the sense where I know I can move past what this is. It is not anything that held me back. This would be holding other people back, but there is certain circumstances that do need to clear. And, redemption, I'm hearing redemption being served. You don't need to forgive. I think somebody is going to want to call it a true sweet here or something. It could have to do with court, the law, something, I'm telling you. But redemption being served, this is because you went about it the right way. You found that balance. You know how to work with certain energy. It wasn't manipulative. It wasn't this. It was, So you win. You always win at the end of the day when you're authentic and you don't cause ill or try to put spells on people. Like, you just are who you are. And I say that all the time. And if somebody comes into my life and I'm too much for them, I'm too much for them. Like, that's fine. I'm never going to settle. There will be people out there that I am not too much for. So I don't worry about that shit. This energy try to already do, and I heard something with curses. They're fucked. They're fucked. Because redemption being served is justice being fulfilled. It's fair treatment. It's punishment. Consequences of actions. So has to do with something from the past. But you're already in this transformation. You're not bearing this weight. Somebody else is. I don't know. I guess somebody thought they could get to you. You could have luck too. Remember, I just saw us as robots. The weight of continuous betting grows heavy. No one to fold and when to hold. I think you're very aware of that. Wisdom lies in knowing your limits. I think you're good there. I just, don't forget to remind yourself certain things, because I don't know how quickly something would take off or how long it would take or what comes in first. But it's definitely a new spiritual contract too. It could have been something you've done in your past life. Maybe you thought I'd never get back to it or yada yada, but that part's not over. That part of your life is over. And I swear I became a different person too. And I guarantee some of you guys probably feel the same way. Like, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but something happened and, yeah. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye, guys. Happy full moon.